All right, Safe Haven, welcome. This is Optimus Inu that we have here. I hope I said that right with the Inu part. Yeah, I sure did. All right, this is Optimus Inu right here, everybody. And I want to let you guys know that everything you hear in this AMA is not financial advice. You should do your own research. The purpose of these AMAs is so you can get a more in-depth feel for the team and the people behind the scenes of the project. So that way, you can make a better and more in-depth investment choice. All right, guys. So once again, it's not financial advice. Do your own research, and let's go ahead and get into it. So we have Yuji and Optimus Inu here from the Optimus Inu team. Hello, you guys. Just go ahead right now and give us a feel for what brought you into the crypto space.
Yeah, so I am Yuji. I'm the dev of Optimus Inu. I got into crypto a couple of years ago. I've been into trading for a while and then saw the opportunity with crypto. So I got pretty obsessed and then got into BSC a little over a year ago. And just have enjoyed the community aspect. And then saw a good opportunity with Optimus Inu. So that's where we are now.
Yeah, similar. I have a story that got me in. I'll keep a brief version here, but I got sick of telling people why blockchain and cryptography and consensus mechanisms, etc., were so important for the world and for financial freedom in essence of people, in all places of the world, borderless, open, etc. And I really wasn't very involved from the investment standpoint. This is a couple of years ago. And then finally one day I kind of had that last argument with someone, trying to tell them that they just had no idea what they were talking about when it came to crypto. They were talking about it being fake money. And I said, that everything in a central bank is as fake as it gets. And it just put me over the edge to go dive in. And then, I slowly made my way down the rabbit hole into DeFi and have been here in the BSC and ETH landscape ever since like a year and a half ago. And I will say that my knowledge and experience on blockchain started in the research side because I'm in software and have a background in the hard sciences. So I was researching for a while before I ever invested. And here I am. Now I'm, loving this project here and the possibilities. I just want to throw out, there's going to be a theme today that goes along with the theme I hear you guys have here, which is the giveaways. We have an opportunity for people to make money. And this is like, this could turn into a lot of money on the side for someone who wants to grind a little bit and hustle a little bit with us. So just keep your ears open. We have an opportunity for people who are motivated and hustlers to make money with us. So like I said, keep your ears open if you want to increase the amount of spending power that you have by working with us today.
All right, let's see it then. Let's see it. So what made you guys want to create Optimus Inu in the first place? What's that about?
Let's go, Yuji.
Yeah. All right. So about a year ago, Elon Musk, everyone knows who Elon Musk is, mentioned that he'd be making a humanoid robot with Tesla, and he said it would be called Optimus. And he had like a little presentation a couple of months ago, which he announced the date for. So we planned for that over, like 6 months. We've been planning and planning. We launched 2.5 months ago, 28th of September. And so the idea is, with Optimus Inu, his robot is called Optimus. He's mentioned it a few times. I've posted in the comment section, I believe. Yeah, so I posted, you can see his tweets. He even said, Optimus will be sick. And so the power of Elon tweets. This was just a reply. But he loves his products, and he will be talking about his Optimus robot again. You can research into what Optimus is. We'll leave some links if you're interested. For those who don't know that Elon's building a robot, I'm assuming you will know if you're in the crypto space. Of course, he's super busy with all his other projects right now. He's going to revisit his robot, which he's developing, and that will follow with a lot of tweets, memeable tweets. You know, it's a very memeable character. If you see our character, Optimus Inu. So that's the idea behind Optimus Inu.
Gotcha, man. Understood, dude. And so, in terms of Optimus Inu, does the pace of the creation of this robot affect the price of you guys' project?
Does the pace of what? Sorry, the development of the
The
robot.
pace, yeah.
Well, you know, he doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be released for him to be tweeting about it. Any developments of the robot, he'll be tweeting about it. You know, I think there's also Tesla as well will be tweeting about the robot as they're building it. They did post something about the robot's actuators. They seem to be very vocal about that. So they are posting about it. And it's something that he's going to be talking about, you know, indefinitely. It's just going to be going on and on. It's not some one-off tweet. It's something he will be talking about continuously. It's his product, right? And you can imagine how much attention it's going to get. A robot that's in people's houses, how it's going to be everywhere, right? And we like to make the comparison to Elon's dog, Floki. So his dog, the token for his dog went to $3 billion market cap, $3 billion. And so, you know, there is an opportunity for his robot to also reach that kind of market cap. And so that's what we're hoping on. That's what we have in our mind as a target. So that's why we're still here. We're still pushing it. You know, crypto market's a bit quiet right now, but you know, we're still here. We're still. But yeah, you know, we're still here pushing, and we're going to still be here. You know, to 5 billion market cap if the market allows it. So yeah, we hope everyone sees the opportunity here, considering the connection to Elon.
Understood. And you know, I'm pretty sure you know you're familiar with the crypto space well enough to know that you know, whenever a trend starts, you could see 20 of the same project pop up in one day because people copy the source code and give it a different name. I've seen people make projects in a matter of 20, 30 minutes at the most, you know. So my question is this. When other
DC,
we lost it there, buddy.
Yeah.
we lost your voice.
I'm guessing his question is. I'm guessing it's about if other people are making tokens, are we going to plan that or something? No,
which already happened.
I got you right here. When other Optimus tokens come out, you know, what are you guys going to do to differentiate yourselves to make sure that nobody can come and steal you guys' shine? Because it would suck for you guys to work on something long term, and then somebody just comes in and makes a newer token, and it just overwashes. Because you know, in the realm of trendy tokens in times like these, like guys, like let's not stretch it. These holders ain't loyal. You know what I'm saying? These holders ain't loyal. They move wherever they think they can make their 3-4x real quick. So
yeah, well, you just said
that?
where they think, right? You said it yourself. So our job is to make sure that they think it's here, and we already had a couple of fakers, you know, come in and do it, and they were here and then gone, and you know, and I think the big thing that what speaks for us here is that you can see, you know, and if you pop around and you look around, you can see and you can hear the tone and you can see what the plan is, and if you look at a chart, that's the other thing. And you know, and I've seen projects that get an Elon tweet many times, and the effect is always correlated to what you see in the project, right? Projects don't go haywire for no reason, and that's extremely rare. There's a couple of cases people love to use them as their basis for comparison, but those extremely rare cases where a token launches and goes off of that tweak and moons just because of the tweak, it's not what people think. It's not the necessary outcome. Here we have that, the chart that shows that we're still growing the floor, and we're still moving upwards from launch price. And like I said, we have plans that have been in action. We have been working towards growing this into a thriving and strong ecosystem since the beginning. And a lot of these things, if anyone's ever run a business, ever created a business, it takes time. It takes time for things to catch on and to grow. And we've been doing that in the background. We have, and I would say, you're right. In general, we don't paint with a broad brush and say that the holders are loyal, but there are loyal holders. That's something we can all agree on. There are loyal holders out there. There are people that will not only hold with you, but will push with you. And those people we have been attracting slowly but surely that will stick with this project and this idea because they see the potential and the never fail attitude of the team and the way we're pushing and the moves we're making. So once again, this is a call to action for anyone here who wants to be a part of that, who knows that that's building with us. And also, like I said, we're going to come back to how these people can make money with us. And I'm talking about making separate income on the side while they're holders or not holders with us. We invite you to become holders and then do this. I think that's the best way. But, I want people to keep that in mind.
All righty. So the next thing I wanted to say about it is, it's good to say these things, but however, I have only seen, matter of fact, that's a totally different thing. I myself have never seen a project become long-term successful that is predicated off of an event or off of, well, let me reword. Just as a person who's heavily involved in this space, I've never heard of or been told of or know anybody who knows a project that has been long-term successful based off of a trend or based off of a moment in time or a release of something. The closest thing we've had is, we've had Baby Doge and Shiba Inu. Those are the top, 0.01% of projects, so we've seen that happen before. But, how can you convince us that this is going to actually last and people can trust their money being here? Because we've never seen something like this before,
I can give you a couple of reasons. Number one, this is not based off an event. This is based off of a phenomenon and a new part of society. Robots. This is a final sort of confirmation that robots are going to be a mainstay of society. And then the other thing is, if you were going to bet on someone to create it, tell me a better person to bet on than Elon Musk. He's not a lip service kind of guy. He doesn't pay lip service and say things and then not do them. He said he was going to do Tesla, have an electric car. What do we have now? We have people doing whatever they can to get their Teslas and bragging their Teslas and driving their Teslas around. It's a mainstay of society. So betting on Elon, having an attachment there and having a theme that's related there, to me is smart. And what you are saying, is, and I'm not saying you are, but it is a narrow-minded look at what's going on here. Optimus Inu is a cool name, and it's a great meme. And then you come in and you see that we have the OP Lab, and we have the OP Swap, and the OP NFTs, and the OP DEX, and the OP, Bridge. And you see all of this building. You see all of what's been released. and you see a product here. You see a product here. You don't see, oh, this is a token that piggybacks another idea, because that's not what it is. Even the meme is not the graphic from Elon Musk and their team. It's in-house made. It's fresh. It's a cool cartoon that people like, you know. And so that's my take, is that I don't see it that way. I never did. And like I said, piggybacking on a phenomenon that represents progress, technology, these sound like crypto to me, and these sound like a no-brainer. And then, like I said, we have these offerings, the OP suite, and we also have, you know, and I keep teasing at the OP lab, where we sell dApps. We've put into production dApps for other projects, for devs that can't build them and don't have the network, or they're finding prices out there that are through the roof, you know, tens of thousands of dollars. They come to us, and we're giving them 4-figure prices. In some cases, there have been things that people wanted that we were able to give sub 4-figure prices and sell and deploy for them safely, right? So a safe DApp from a safe person who's out there and working with a community behind them, and a token, you know, all of these together. This is what I'm talking about. And if you want to help us sell those, right? And that's what I talk when I talk about making money, when I talk about doing this for long enough so that it catches on, right? We have a product that we're selling, these dApps. And if you want to help us do that, if you want to be a salesman, we pay commission. We pay a good commission, and you just have to connect us to someone who makes a purchase, and then you get paid your cut. And we absolutely envision this becoming the one-stop shop for all dApps, for anyone who's interested and anyone who needs it. And the market's going to turn around too, you know. So in the meantime, people are building now, but as we grow this, and if we have people who want to do this and help extend our arms out there and connect us with people and make money doing it, then we build. That gains momentum. Then the market turns around and does its thing. And we're selling dApps in the height of a bull, you know, into a bull run, and we're growing the floor, right? And that's the other thing. We ape the proceeds back in and grow the floor. So we have a chart, and we have a community, and we have a plan of attack and a product and a cool meme, and we have a relation, you know, some sort of, you know, whatever you want to call it, a link to an extremely exciting part of and phenom of, you know, new society moving forward, the robots in people's houses helping with tasks.
All righty. One thing I would say about one thing I would say about it is, you know, you've got to be careful about, you know, the way you speak when you're talking about your project, man, because one thing you did say that is, you know, it would be narrow-minded. And in all honesty, now I'm speaking for the community. I'm not arguing with you, because I don't argue with people in general. That's just, I don't argue with people, you know. But the thing about it is if someone has never seen a certain type of project become successful before, and we're in the worst part of a bear market, you know, it's not narrow-minded for them to have an assumption or question things. And, you know,
I didn't mean to offend you, so, or
no,
anyone else.
dude, you're not offending me at all. I'm just
sorry, sounded a little,
no, not at all. The reason why I'm saying this is because there are other people here who are listening that feel the same way. So I'm just speaking up for them, just in case, you know.
Sure, yeah. So I think
I don't.
Successful BSC token is Floki, which is literally based off something off Elon's pet. So to say that that was your point, right? Is there another long-term token that has been successful from Elon? And it's like the most successful one was from Elon, was his dog Floki. So it's the perfect example, right?
Right, and it's not the only one. And my thing was, I didn't want to get into the back and forth of, well, here's another example, because in any market in the world, and I've built startups before, the rate of a startup succeeding, whether it's a small business and mom and pop shop in your town, or a big tech startup in a different industry, or whether it's crypto, the amount that succeed is very low. So people who are in a space where they're investing in something that is a startup in tech, in crypto, no matter if it's been alive for 2 days, 2 months, or 2 years, these are all startups. The idea that all of them, or even a large chunk of them, would succeed long term is ridiculous, and we all know that. So we just have to remind ourselves, yeah, it's most likely that most projects will not succeed long term, and that's okay. We're here. We are people who are trying to be a part of, and we all know, we all want to be able to make money here and there on launches or on projects, but what we all want to wake up next year and go, oh my God, that token I bought and forgot about just made me a millionaire. Because it succeeded long term, and it's huge now. It's got 20,000 or 100,000 or a million holders. So that's what we're all looking for. And we are 100% laser focused on being one of those long-term successes. Yes, there are definitely examples of tokens that were a hype with, Doge and Shiba Inu, like they were hype. There was no product for a long time. And people would say, what's the product? There was none. And so it exists. But that being said, what you're saying is still viable. Most projects won't succeed. And that is part of what we're doing here. It's a high risk space. But we're trying to show you today why we believe that the chances of us succeeding compared to others out there, even if you saw them hit 10 million or 20 million in a week or whatever, is higher than most. We are planning and doing things to make sure that we're in the right position, and we are ready for when Elon tweets and the amount of tension going out there gets big and the bull market comes back and all these other catalysts for up. We're here. We're going to be here and catch them.
All right, got you. So with a project like this, what would you say is your biggest competitive advantage? Like, what do you think would make people want to come to you guys and stick around the most?
OP Labs selling a product and aping the proceeds back in. When that keeps growing, people keep seeing that happen. What happens is, when you know the floor will keep going up, you know that you don't want to be left out. And so you are afraid to sell too much of your bag, even when you need a little money for this and need a little money for that. So when the floor is going to keep going up, then everyone looks and says, oh, geez, I don't want to miss the next floor. And the tax isn't high, so they know if I need to, I could, sell, and then hopefully I get a dip and I buy some back or whatever, right? So it becomes a project and a chart that you can have faith in. So OP Labs, selling dApps and growing our team of salesmen and continuing to be that service that becomes more and more respected and household name to devs is huge. Now, usually you can probably take this further. I just think that's so core to what you just said, the long-term viability and why people would stick around with a project and there is no project like this. That's another thing. You say a project like this, there's really not much out there exactly like this. There are some that have utility and sell a product, but I really think we bring something different.
I think, and the quality, people want something that has the potential to go into the high millions, right? And people want something that is safe, and we offer that. So that's a reason for people to come and to stick around. And when it comes to Elon tweeting about Optimus, people are going to come to us because we've been around for a couple of months now. Callers know us, so they're going to be all over us when the time comes.
Liquidity.
Yeah. And
we have liquidity, right? And a lot of these that will launch quickly won't have it.
Yeah, and who are you going to feel safer with? You're going to come to us we've got dApps, we've got everything set up, we've got a great brand and character. We have a community. Who are you going to choose? You're going to choose us. You're going to choose some random, most likely a scam coin that So there is no other option right now. There is no other Optimus, Tesla Optimus token out there. There isn't one. And so if you believe in this, if you believe this project, it is going to come out. Like, Elon is developing it. He's presented it, and you know how much he tweets about his stuff, and you know his influence. And so, we're not suggesting this is going to be like a 5x. Like, we have huge plans for this. And there's three opportunities, by the way, for everyone to make money with us. So with the OP Labs, OP Labs, we sell dApps, right? We build and sell dApps. And so if the community wants an opportunity to make some money, they can go out there and they can present our services, right? And they can get 10% commission for the dApp sales. And there are two other ways for the community to make money with us. One is if you are able to get a reply or some kind of reaction on Twitter from Elon related to, in regards to Optimus Inu. If you tweet about Optimus Inu and he replies or likes it, we are offering up to $10,000 to whoever gets that reply or like from him. So it's a really awesome. We're offering some great opportunities basically for the community to make money if they're willing to grind, as Johnny said.
All right. And then from you guys' perspective, what's the primary thing that you guys are focusing on with making this successful in the future?
We work, we grind, we work, and what does that mean to us? Again, startup companies are all about wearing many hats. You want a startup to survive. You can't wait for someone else to do it all the time, right? So you need to wear many hats. So you're always learning something new, no matter how many times you've been through it. And so that's the idea here, is we are doing that, wearing many hats and learning things that are, bringing our strengths and learning to fill gaps where there's weaknesses, or find people that want to be partnered with us and do that. So that being said, the OP game and the OP NFTs will be a big piece in the future as everything grows and capital grows. The OP Lab, of course, we've mentioned many times now, our dApp selling service, dApp building and dApp selling service. And we've also sold custom dApps, things that hadn't been built yet that people said, we have this idea. We've worked with them and brought it to fruition. Then there's also OP Dex, OP Swap, OP Bridge. Those are ecosystem products. So OP Staking we've already had successful pools and successful payout. And as a project like this grows, your income to supply pools also grows. So, continue with all of these aspects to grow an ecosystem and a business, and then LLC to umbrella it eventually when all of it stands up more and more. So then, of course, the DeFi aspects that I think need to be discussed are growing community and getting the word out, right? And doing the stuff that people want to see. That changes a lot. The first few weeks after token launch is one look, right, and one feel to this marketing and getting the word out. And then as it goes on, it changes, right? You have to do things. You have to mature as a project, and that's what we're doing. We're going through. So more and more as things grow and as capital increases, moving towards growing our Twitter presence more and more. Which our Twitter presence, millions of impressions. Our content is out there, and it continues to go out there, and we continue campaigns to do that. So we're going to keep on pushing that, and keep pushing engagement at other places like our Reddit and our StockTwits as all of that grows and noise comes back to crypto Reddit and so on. So to keep building the community and keeping that interest high and getting the word out about things like OP Lab and being this opportunity for selling, because I think more and more also, I will mention, you see stories like Nigeria, the government limiting withdrawals on all banks in their nation to force them to uptake the CBDC, which is that central bank digital currency, which If no one knows what that is, and I'm going to give a quick explanation here for a reason
go ahead.
that ties back. CBDC, central banking backed digital currency, is absolutely the enemy of crypto. It is the opposite and antithesis of crypto. It is not crypto. Governments will sell it as crypto for one reason. It's because governments hate crypto, because crypto takes power out of government's hands and puts it back in yours. Ask anyone from Brazil, Venezuela, Greece, Cyprus. There's reasons that all these people have moved to crypto. It's because their country's economy failed, was failing, is failing, failed. And so they took their money as much as they could, as quickly as they could, out of their economy. And people said, well, that's kind of scary that they would put their money in Bitcoin, right? And they said, well, wait a second, 550% inflation versus volatility. I'll take volatility any day because it's much steadier than what I'm doing. Now, here's the trick. The government says, look, we hear you, and we're going to adopt the future. We're going to make our own central bank digital currency. It's crypto. Everyone uses the crypto. Nigeria has been doing real crypto for long enough that they're not stupid. And they said, no thanks. And so the government is getting mad. No one's adopting the ENIR, however you say ENIR, their CBDC. What they did is they said, okay, fine, now you guys aren't going to adopt it, then nobody can withdraw their money anymore. $40 per day is the max you can withdraw from the bank. So that means you need to pay for something bigger. You have to figure out another way. And the only way we're going to give you is to use our CBDC. You're going to see more of this happen. Crypto is the place to be, right? We all know that. Now, why am I bringing this up here in this AMA? Because people more and more increasingly are going to want a way to earn crypto for a reason. And I would bet all of it, that even in the Western world, the first world countries, maybe even especially, people are going to start realizing, I don't want to earn my country's currency. I don't want to earn in the eyes of the banks, in the eyes of the government. I want to earn crypto where no one can see it and where I can have it and I can have control. Because when everything collapses, no government says, we'll take care of you. They say, here's your ration ticket. Happens all the time throughout history. It will happen again. People say, oh, you're being dramatic. That's not dramatic. That's just reality. So what you do is you earn crypto. If you earn crypto and it's truly DeFi, no one can track you. No one can get to you. And so you have money. And at the very least, you can always trade it with other people who have crypto. And as that grows, the power will be in the people's hands. That's what crypto is to me, more than anything else. So we are offering a way, and I think this is enormous, for people to say, you know what, I'm going to start earning some of my money by working in crypto to make crypto for my income, not just for aping more projects and gambling in the casino. So I want people to think like that. If you want to start replacing some of your income, we want to do that too, and we want to help people do that. We want to build that with this space, and that's what the OP Lab represents. It's not just devs make a staking dApp, launch a coin, and people ape it, and we're helping to do that. I want to help drive the economy for people, global, borderless, trustless economy, so that people can make money, and people aren't at the whim of sovereign nations that always will pick themselves over their people.
Yeah, I totally agree. I agree with everything you say, man. And on that note, one thing I want to know is, so in a time like this, why would people invest into a project that relies on a tweet in these type of times?
By now, I hope you realize that it doesn't.
No, but I'm saying is when investors see the project, and when the way you advertise it on your homepage, what they think about is that it relies on a tweet. So, that's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying that. I've been listening to you, so I'm not saying I'm with you. I'm saying investors, they would think that if when they read your advertising on your website and whatnot, that's what an investor would think, is that this relies on a tweet. Why would I put my money here?
All right, so here we go, DC. That's actually brilliant. And what I'm hearing now is branding and messaging. You're saying something different than I was hearing before. And that's because my head's all the way deep into the project, and so my perspective gets marred by that. What I'm hearing is this, and usually let's take this to heart and maybe even follow back up with Achilles Safe Haven, BC, and Dumbledore, because the messaging maybe should be more close to what my heart says and believes, which is this project is first and foremost OP Lab, OP DAP Suite, and a growing community with a cool meme. And then the way we bring it home is we say, by the way, we have a hidden secret weapon. That hidden secret weapon is that Elon can take this legitimate and long-term project that's growing and launch it way, way, way to the moon, giga moon, and so that is the way I see it. It's a strong, healthy meme utility combo with a secret Elon weapon in the back corner. So maybe the messaging needs to drive that home that way. Primarily the project, and then secondarily that tweet aspect, which I still think, I would never take that out of the branding and messaging, because it is powerful to be linked to something that is guaranteed to be tweeted about by someone who has enormous pull and enormous visibility in the world, in the whole globe.
All right. Well, that's as many questions as I've got for you guys. If you guys don't have anything else to say, we can flip it over to the community for questions. Open up the VC.
Yeah, usually if you have anything, I think I'm good.
I'm just thinking if there's anything we haven't been over. We have PooCoin ads are live, by the way. We have NFTs. We have they're called Cool Bots, so they're based off Cool Cats. You must have heard of Cool Cats NFTs. So they're based off those. They're really cool. I should post them. I'll post them in the comments in a second.
They're low price, affordable, and there's some super rares in there. They're really, really cool. They're fun.
It's 30% reflections, right? 30% reflections of Opino, right, of Optimus Inu token. 40% goes to marketing, and the other 30% goes to backpacks. So check them out. I'll post the links. They're really, really nice.
All righty. All right, you guys, we'll move over to the community. Let's get Favor Joy first. Favor, your mic is unmuted. Go ahead, man. Favor, your mic is unmuted. Go ahead and ask your question. All right. I'm gonna go to Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer, go ahead and speak, bro. Your mic's unmuted. What's your question?
Hey, so when I was saying that Optimus Inu have NFTs and to which the use case will be in the game. So I was just curious, like you have 8% taxes, and that's so. I'm interested in that, like your NFTs are live, so you will be providing use case to the game. So I was just curious, how will you provide the economic ecosystem to the game? Like you need to have funds to pay out the players who gonna like stake or whatever, use the NFTs in the game to earn money. So how the ecosystems economical comes, you gonna have some changes in the tax or like that?
So the tax already will support the growing game ecosystem, but also the game itself will have a secondary deployment. This will be a mobile game, a mobile app store game as well, where people can play without crypto, and advertisements will be there. Right, advertisements can bring in extra income for that, and then the OP Lab, right? The OP Lab will always be there to feed the project, right? There's the current price there, or sorry, the current economics of the OP lab is that half of proceeds, that means half of what's brought in, is put into the project, right, as buybacks or feeding a wallet for payouts and so on. So the game also will function with not just a turn the game on and you're earning type of a thing model. It will also be a wagering system, right? A system where you can wager against another player and do this like a head-to-head winning and losing system. And then also there will be prizes for most played and highest score, those sorts of things. So as things move with the game and people are putting into that with the wagering system, and there's a tax there, all of this will supply the entire economy of the project and the game and payouts like you're asking. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Right on.
Guys, I can jump in. I have a question. I just bought an NFT. How do I see it?
Tofu.
Oh, you just
places.
You minted an NFT?
Yeah, I just made one right now.
All right. Okay. So if the link should be Tofu NFT on the post that I put in the discussion. It should say check what you minted at tofunft.com.
Oh, okay. So it's not. I see what you're saying.
All of that. We gotta check the mint bot though, Yuji.
Yeah, right.
I haven't seen a failed mint bot in the
You're
whole life of the project yet, but we have a bot that will show the mint live with the picture and a link to it in the chat, and we just got to check on that because
did it pop in?
These mint. No, that's what I'm saying. So we got to go check that because I've never seen it not show the mint in there. But yeah, we can figure that out. Sometimes the your API, your token has to be updated, the secret key or OAuth token. But
well, that's the one I got.
Something in there.
He's cute.
All right.
He's vibing. Got a little hat.
Absolutely.
Okay, sorry. Haven, after you guys get back to your questions. We got some hands up.
Thank
My bad.
you,
Anytime, buddy.
all good.
All righty, so I'll put you back on mute, and let's go to Rayhan. All right, Rayhan. I don't know if it's Ryan or Rayhan. Your name should have been spelled differently.
GGC, what's up? Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, you can go ask a question, man.
Okay, in your website, you have mentioned that you will be NFT marketplace. So my question, will there be your own NFT, plan to creating your own NFT marketplace where individuals can buy or sell their NFTs? And you also can sell, or you will not have to plan to create your own NFT marketplace.
So to create our own NFT marketplace, it's something we could do. We've done it before for others. We could build one. It's not something that we see right now as a benefit to the project. It's not something that I think is going to be an enormous benefit to us or bring something that we need right now with the options. And that's how we do everything. We look, say, what are the options? Okay, is there something better? Okay, if there is, which some of these marketplaces out there, and they're still building, right? They're already incredible, and to try to compete with that, you really have to hire a big team, and it's a separate whole company to really get in and compete with some of these marketplaces. But then the question is, okay, well, having our own in-house, even if it's not competing with those guys, our simple in-house smaller one, is that something that would bring us any benefit? And it could, right? It just becomes how much and is it worth it? At the current moment, I say no, not yet, right? And so you're welcome to give me feedback, input. I'm listening always, Yuji as well, and we'll hear out ideas from the community and consider them. But I don't feel like right now that's something that we have to chase or that is a priority.
Okay, awesome. And in our AMH chat in SCLAS, you have mentioned, your team member mentioned that there is now zero tax up to today or tomorrow. So how much tax will be increased after that?
It will go back to its original 8 buy and 8 sell.
Okay, 8 by 8 is good, but do you have a plan for increase more? Suppose a few days ago I have buy one token like FIFA Barca, then I buy 8 by 8 tax, and after buying one day I have seen that there is a buy tax is 8% and sell tax is 95%. So I got huge losses. So do you have plan to do this? Because it's not good for investors.
Wait, 95% sell tax you got?
Yes,
You would have had
those
to
projects
turn
also
your
said this. They will not increase the taxes, but after pre-sale they will increase.
that's our contract won't even allow that. Our contract, if you look at our audit, you can see our contract is absolutely SAFU. Like it's safe beyond safe. We can't do things like that. We don't have the functions. We have thresholds hard coded in. So also, if someone put a 95% sell tax, that's a rug. That's like a honeypot. You got scammed. That's if they put those taxes up without a reason and without somehow taking care of you guys, that you got scammed. And I will also say, if you sold, you said you took huge losses. I'm hoping you didn't put your slippage up high enough to sell on that at 95% sales tax.
Okay, that's awesome. I appreciate you, man. And also, do you have the swap swap?
The swap? You mean our in-house swap, the OP swap?
Yes.
That'll be released in a couple of days. We'll announce it. We'll announce it today when we're releasing it, but it will be this week.
But we've been testing it. It's pretty and it's clean and it's working really well. And it's another place that we want people to see as an offering, a place where you can kind of keep things in-house and safe. And then as we grow, that's another source because listing other projects on your swap, whitelisting them can be another source of partnership and potentially income as the idea and the product grows and in reputation and in presence in the market. So that's the idea. And yes, we got it. It's ready.
That's awesome. Thanks for the answer and thanks DC for the opportunity.
No problem, man. You're very welcome. I'm gonna throw you back on mute and call on the next person.
Such a polite community, huh?
Yep. That's how we do over here, man. That's what we do. It's the safe haven. Let's see. I'm gonna get Favor Joy back up. Favor, got you right here. All right, your mic's on mute. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah. Hello.
What's up, man?
Can I go with my question?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Okay, so my question will be based on the NFT. So concerning the NFT, after we possess the NFT,
He has trouble with his mic. You guys gotta give him a moment.
Absolutely, no rush.
Hello.
What's up, man?
So can I go with my second question?
Well, we didn't hear the first one all the way just because your mic cut out.
Okay. So my first question is that after we possess the NFT, are we the one who will determine the price of the NFT when we want to sell it to another investors, or you, the team owner?
I couldn't quite catch that.
Yeah, I didn't either, man. Can you say your question again, but slower this time?
But I said, concerning the NFT. After we possess the NFT, so
I got after we purchased the NFT.
sorry, I was there, brother.
Favor, why don't you just type your question, buddy, and we can read it from there. We're having some trouble connecting with you.
Yeah, man. Just type your question in the chat, and then we'll read it out loud from there, man. But anyways,
Okay.
Right there, dude. So I'm gonna put you back on mute and just type it in the chat, and then that's when we'll read it. All right. So we got Shamir up next. Shamir, what's up, man? Go ahead and ask your question, dude. Shamir, your mic is unmuted. Go ahead and ask your question, man. Floor is yours.
Okay, please, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yep.
Okay, just a quick one. My question is one. Have your team worked on any project before? Then the second question is, do you have plans on partnering with Tesla since it's a Tesla-driven project?
Oh my God. Yes. Plans to partner with Tesla. All my plans have an ultimate goal to partner directly with Tesla if they will have us. That would be incredible. Do I think that that's an achievable goal? That's a lot would have to happen in the market in between now and that happening. I don't see it happening today or tomorrow or even this year or next year because something like that is enormous. Everyone wants to partner with a company like Tesla, so, well, I guess not everyone. There's some companies out there that don't want to be anywhere near each other. But the other thing you said was partnering with Tesla, and you said also, that one made me forget the first one. You had two questions. Can you repeat the first one, or can someone remind me?
I think he was just asking about a partnership with Tesla. That's all.
Okay,
That's all.
yeah. So let's go. Someone, if anyone has the connection, get us involved with Tesla because so far they're not answering my DMs.
Yep, y'all heard them. If y'all got any connections with Tesla, no telling who's here, hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Make that project go up, boost their investment.
I think I know. He said something about, have we worked on other projects before?
Okay.
All of us are experienced. All of us are experienced on the team. Yes, we've worked on projects in the past that have done really well. Like I said, and this, if you look at any startup space, that someone who's on their first startup, especially in tech, usually it doesn't work out. Usually it takes a few, and VCs will put millions of dollars into some of these startup companies, and a few in a row will fail, and then one will catch. So we're here with lots of experience and knowledge and skills and wisdom that came from past experiences. And yeah, I don't want to go further. I don't want to start dropping numbers. There are some really good numbers I could drop, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to start attaching things like that because then it becomes a comparison game. We have our comparisons that we make, and we make for a reason. I want to keep the message clear. But yes, team's very experienced.
Right, thank you.
And thank you too.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Shamir. All right. So, boom, we got that going. All right. So, anybody else have any more questions? Anybody want to ask the team any more questions on the voice chat? All right, y'all throw y'all hands up. All right, because we're gonna move to the comments in a minute. All right. Going once, going twice. All right, that is it for the VC. Let's move to the people who got questions in the chat. All righty, okay. So Uzgi Angel says, will you be stick to the same taxes or will there be some difference in near future? Because Reason being, recently I've seen that some projects have like 15% buy, 15% sell, and later on they make buy taxes 0 and increase the sell tax to 30 to 40%. So like we as investors will be at loss who buy now. So like the taxes are guaranteed or like they can be changed.
So I will just say we have hard-coded threshold of 20% total. The tax can, I believe it's 20. But that, again, it's public information. It's in the audit, right? So the entire total taxes, buy, sell together, if you add them, cannot exceed 20%. And we don't really have any plans to ever do anything like that. If, again, yes, we're experienced. Yes, we've had other projects before that we've worked on or created ourselves, and we've never burned a bridge or had an experience that would have caused people to not want to work with us. We want every investor, every caller, every promoter, every other dev to not have a reason to beef, to be upset, or to feel like we caused any loss, right? So this is a community family effort, and that's how all startups in the world have to begin and have to progress for a while. We will not do any of these scam tactics. That's what they are. And we even hard coded into the contract that it's impossible. It is SAFU. There are no hidden, methods that we can use against you, and we wouldn't want to. So when you ask, will the tax change? When I hear will the tax change, I think people are going to ask, will you ever lower it? And the idea is, yeah, of course, if we, we're sitting at $1 billion, the volume at that point and the number of holders, and you can totally drop your tax if things are stable at a higher market cap. And then you can, even with like the game can provide income when you're up there and have visibility and you're strong. So if anything, that's my goal, is to someday have the taxes drop, and ideally be a zero tax token with a coin on its own chain. That's how this goes when you take it to full fruition and have and really have that wild success. So we have no plans to do anything to scam you out of your money. We want to have you guys enter and leave at your will based on what you think is right for you and for the project and your involvement in the project. So that's where we're at.
All righty. And we got Pete 38 says, great AMA. Question at the moment, which is better, staking my coins or are the reflections better for having an NFT?
And my audio my microphone, I'm sorry, my speaker dropped for a second. I missed it. Usually if you caught it, you can answer, or if you want to repeat it. I heard NFT in there.
Yeah, he's asking if sorry, I got a cold. If NFT reflections are as good as staking, the return on staking. Do you know the details on that?
If the NFT reflections, what?
I think he wants to know what his return will be. What's going to give him a better return.
Oh, NFTs versus staking. Oh, okay. So NFT reflections are going to be very strong, especially now. The earlier and the heavier you ape in the NFTs, the more you gain as we move forward and as more mint. Staking is one of those things, right? Where staking, if you, like I did this back when, I don't know if anyone was around for Safe Earn. I was a Safe Earn holder and used to join a pool every single time there was a new one. And sometimes I did really well with those pools, and sometimes I did okay. In any case, it gave me something to soften the blow, right? So I ended up with something that sometimes I ended up with a really good return. I guess what I have to say is there is no way to eliminate the risk 100% from any aspect of crypto or any investing. But both of those are viable ways to minimize risk. And with the NFTs, when we mint out, we have given back, what is it? It's 10,000, no, 9,999. So 10,000 times.
There's
which
still 9,000 to be minted.
Right, exactly. Still 9,000 to be minted, which 30% of 9,000 mint fees that go back to holders. So that's a really good spot to get in. And, and for 0.1, you can grab 10 of them, which is really cool. You just drop the 0.1, you get 10. You could hit a rare, a super rare. And we've already had one of those minted. The super rare. There's only one of 6. There's only 6 of them, and they're one of ones. And so, just keep that in mind. So it would be a lie for me to say that I know for a fact which one you'll do better with. But I would say put some in both if you believe in the project, and you believe in this team.
All righty then. Pete, there's your answer, brother, if you're still here. All right. And Shamir says that there are tons of projects bearing the same name. It will definitely be created in that time, and he wants to know how you guys plan on making this one stand out.
I think we covered that earlier.
I mean, yeah, you did cover it earlier, but you got to consider the fact that Shamir may not have been here when you said it.
Yeah.
Hope a second. People come from different parts of the world, so sometimes they might have a hard time connecting. So if you would, could you just get that part?
Yuji, you want to answer?
Yeah, sure. I replied to him in the comments actually, 30 minutes. But yeah, so let me just check his question. Yeah. So at the time, on tweets, there'll be a lot of scam tokens coming out, trying to push Optimus tokens, right? And we've got a quality product. I said this in the comments. We've got a quality product. We have really nice branding. We have a community here already. We're a trusted team. We've got a lot of people that have called us. So all these callers, all their communities are going to come back to us. They're not going to just trust some random token that's launched. With no LP lock. We're locked for a year. We have that. We have the liquidity. So if there's any token to buy in that time when Elon tweets, it's going to be we're still here. We are the only only token.
I'd like to add one more thing. If you study up on the types who end up aping on those enormous Elon tweet green candles, which not everyone has been a part of those. I've been a part of a couple of them. I've been there. I never had one of those bags that I really wished I had for that green candle, but I made some nice gains off of a couple of these candles. And the thing is the people who come in and make those things grow, like really grow, the people who come in and do that, the Elon whales, sometimes people refer to them as Elon whales. They don't ape into just anything usually, right? They look for, and if there's 10 of the tokens out there that people launched all at the same time because of the tweet, which does happen, they will look, and they really don't like to ape into something that has bad liquidity or a brand new chart, or 6 holders or even 50 holders, if there's something else better. And so that becomes the game there, is they're looking for, is there one here that's healthy? And healthy, right, the big signs of health, liquidity to market cap ratio is a big one. Number of holders is a big one. Both of those for us are really, really good. And then time alive and the health of the chart, right? So these are things that make us differentiated. Also, if you look at any of the tokens out there that have the word Optimus in their name right now, then the question is, why does it have Optimus in its name? And again, if there's 4 or 5, 10, whatever tokens out there that have Optimus in the name at that point in time, then the question is, well, do any of them have any relation to Optimus the robot, and we're the only one. And if others come about and they are too, well, then you go back to those other things that we mentioned that differentiate us. And people aren't going to be able to just, on the drop of a dime, give a chart that has the length, the steadiness and time alive that ours has, the strength of the rising floor and that healthy liquidity and so on. So that's how we differentiate. And then, of course, the rest of the AMA, there's going to be a recording. You can go back and listen to all the rest. I don't want to repeat too much and drag here, but we've built a lot that differentiates us and will continue to differentiate us. And hopefully that answers the question.
That's what's up, man. So Shamir, there's an answer to your question. All right.
There's a little point I want to make. So we have these plushies, right? Optimus Inu plushies. I posted one in the discussion. So we have a member in our community who has another contact who has met Elon before, and currently that person has this Optimus Inu plushie and various other items. And they've met Elon before, but basically the plan is for them to get a video or a picture with Elon with this plushie toy. So you can see it in the discussion. We plan to send them to influencers to basically spread the word of Optimus Inu. So you can see that we're doing everything.
They've been traveling around the world too and getting pictures different places so people can see the travels of little Optimus Inu.
I'm trying to find those pictures to post.
Little OP.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them. Where is he? But yeah, carry on with your DC. Sorry, carry on. I'll look for some more pictures to post.
Alrighty. One moment. Let me see. Somebody. Okay, now I'm gonna ask this. I don't know if this has. I might have missed something, so I'm gonna ask this anyways. So Ryu Kicks says the problem with your project is how will you able to generate funds for building a swap in such a way of waiting for a tweet to attract new investors?
No, we don't have to do that. We don't have to wait for funds. We build it. So the big answer here is we don't have to spend money to build a DApp because we are skilled. We are the builders. Our team is brilliant. I don't know how else to say it. We have a bunch of people with the skills necessary for this space to build it ourselves, and we do. Remember, if we're selling the dApps to others, then the price for ourselves is free. We don't charge ourselves.
Yeah. Well, we already have this swap. By the way, I have the link for it. It's just we're not giving it out yet.
That was a good answer. Simple and straight to the point.
Yeah, great question too. I get it. Most people out there are not able to build them. And even if they get them built, they come back and they're problematic or overpriced. So I get it. Totally get it.
Alrighty. Yeah. So we got I'm Silver Surfer. Let's see what he's got for us. So he's got how will be the OP Labs utility going to work? Is there going to be any criteria to provide the services? And is there going to be any specific amount to reach before buybacks through the OP Labs earnings as mentioned in the website?
So far, we've been doing that. We've kind of just been doing that in a way that we can make an event out of it, get our community, our OG community especially, the people who have been here with us hyped up and wait for them to be on and do things around that. Same with like NFT buybacks. A lot of the time, we'll have people end up with the slash memes, the slash wars in there. They go on like claim rewards before NFT buyback, I've seen that one go around a bunch of times. So when UG goes to do the NFT buyback, they buy back with the NFT funds that are saved for that. People will all get in there and start claiming rewards. And when you claim rewards, it hits the chart, right? So it buys because it's pooling BNB for that, for you to claim your rewards, and then it hits the chart. It actually buys those tokens and delivers them to your addy. So, so far that's how we've been doing it. That is the plan for the foreseeable future. But as we move forward, you know, those types of things, you have to be careful with how we do that and how we grow that. But it's always going to have that aspect of like, it's got to be helpful to the chart and to the moment and to the community. And so that's how we do that. That's how we build our strategy around all of that. And that's how we'll continue to do it. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yep, I think it should. Sounded good to me. Alrighty, so I'm not seeing any more questions down here in the chat. I think we covered everything. Let me see, make sure we don't have anything else.
Everyone should become a DApp salesman with us starting today. Get in our
Do what
community and just say, I just want everyone who's here just to remember, come into our community and say, I want to sell dApps with you guys. Just tell us in the chat, and then we'll start hooking it up. We'll tell you what, we have the content for you to bring around to connect with people you might know, or to DM people in projects that you might know, and to make those connections. So we need salesmen, and we want to do that. We want to build a community, a family. So come tell us in our chat that you want to make money with OP Labs and Optimus Inu.
Yep, you guys heard the man. So if you like what you see, if you like what you've heard, if you feel good about the team, keep talking to these guys. Yeah, it's all I got to say now. But anyways, since we've gone through all our questions, there's nothing left but to get to the giveaway. All right, so the best question is going to go to